things I want you to know before we tour this home here in Tarpon River, city of Fort Lauderdale. The first one is the cost of the insurance. When I tell you how much the insurance is for an HO3 homeowner's policy, you're going to want to buy this house like right now. The second thing I want you to know about this particular home is that the seller is currently offering seller financing for up to 6 months. So let's say you haven't filed your taxes yet and you may be waiting for some money to come in, anything like that. You don't have your papers in order, but you want to buy right now. You could buy this home today and then get a traditional loan with the bank and then pay off the owner. Great strategy here. So good opportunity. And the third thing that I want you to know is that this house was built with concrete and steel, but with precast. If you don't know what precast is, I'm going to tell you everything about it because in my opinion, it is the best way to build a house here in South Florida. So let's go inside. So the first thing that you see when you enter is look how bright and how much natural light you have as you come in. So you enter the home, okay? If you have a teenager kid, a family member that doesn't want to go up the stairs, anybody who wants the benefit of being on the first floor, this is a room for you. But before we go into the bedroom, this is what they call a Harry Potter room. So if you have a kid that doesn't behave good, you can lock him in here. Or you can store your wine, your luggage. I mean, there's so many things you can do here, or you can just have fun with it. This is the room on the first floor. It's very spacious. If I was buying this house, I would probably put a queen bed right here facing this way, 2 nightstands, a TV on the top wall, and then you have a private bathroom. And it's really cool because every bathroom here is different. This one has the little blue tone. Well, not little, but the blue tone, as you can see. Very stylish. You have a smart mirror. We'll make it smart now. And then here is for the humidity so you can control it. And very nice shower size. A little bit bigger than a regular bathtub. And then you have this area here to store your shampoos and all your things. And then you have 2 head showers here so you can control how you want the water on yourself. Let's go. Let's take a look at the rest of the house. Something else I want to point out, these doors are very nice. Now I'm going to tell you this, if you grab this home and you put this home on the other side of US Federal Highway, you're going to be paying close to $4 million, okay? Just this little detail alone tells you that the developer for this home is very detail oriented and they care about quality. Look, when I close this door, you don't have any hinges, as you can see. Pay attention, when you go and tour houses in the $2 to $3 million range, you don't see that. You usually see these type of finishes in the homes that are $5, $6, $7, $8 million. And this is also a lovely detail. The builder for this particular home, she loves to do this kind of stuff. Super cute. She made this herself. So I would definitely keep that the way it is. Now you enter the home, you have a guest, or maybe he's not a guest, maybe somebody that you're talking to and you don't want them to go through your house. You have the bathroom right here, okay? This bathroom, it's very cool. It feels like you are not in Fort Lauderdale. It feels because you have this natural stone here. Look at the shape of the mirror. I don't know, I kind of get like the vibe of a spa, like a retreat. Like I'm gonna just chill here. This area here is about 8 feet wide. So when you enter your home, it feels extremely open. Pay attention when you look at other homes between $2 to $3 million, because I'm telling you this right now because I sell a lot of houses in this area and I look at a lot of homes too. You don't find this in every home. Usually they're very, very narrow. So look how wide this is. And then you enter and then you have the open space. Take a look at the finishes of the ceilings. Like look at the detail of the design. Look at the vents for the air conditioning. They're not putting in those cheap vents that you find in Home Depot. They did a very nice, elegant vent, and it's also really good distribution for the living room. So if you're sitting here, have you ever sat like in a living room and then you have the AC in your face? Like that's because they have those little square AC vents that are like super cheap from Home Depot. You're not going to have that here. You can sit here and basically enjoy the TV, enjoy the family time, and you're not going to have the AC hitting you on your face because that allows it to go around the entire area. Now, something that you should know about this particular home, there are 2 air conditioning units. One of them is running the entire first floor, and the other one is running the second floor. They're 5 tons each one of them, brand new, which means it comes with warranty. Let's talk about warranty for a second. I'm going to show you where the AC is. Most developers are going to give you 1 year of warranty for everything once you close. This is where you have one of the AC units. They did a nice job, like the space, so you can actually use this additional space to store maybe your vacuum or maybe other things in here. Plenty of space. You have a smart remote here to control the AC unit, and you can connect that to your phone. And then here you have a walk-in pantry, butler, mini kitchen, very, very spacious. Plenty of storage for you to put all your food in here. So let's go into the kitchen. As you can see, it's open. They also went all out with the kitchen. They put a German brand as the appliances. They put a very nice quartz that brings in a lot of light to the kitchen. Aside from the light fixtures that are very stylish, and she has a really good taste, she knows what she's doing. Look at this, right? Like you're here washing your dishes, or maybe you're cooking and you want to cut some fruits, or you want to do something here. All you have to do is you have to move this around. And if you wanted to clean it, you can. But look how convenient this is. This is additional space for cooking if you like to do that. Or you're doing something else. I'm not sure what you could do with this, but maybe, I don't know, rinse all your fruits or vegetables in here. And then here you have it for your soap. And then this is very nice. You can move it around. These are all the little details that most developers don't think about, and they went all out with that. They also have a German microwave down here and lots of space, as you can see, soft close. And then in here you have the refrigerator, which is a 42-inch wide refrigerator, also a designer brand, high-end brand. Guys, we're talking about a house that's on the market for less than $2.5 million, new construction, built in 2026 with builder's warranty, the cost of insurance. Wait until I tell you how much they pay for insurance for this home. You're going to want to buy this house right now. Then take a look at the exhaust fan. It's all flushed in to the cabinet, so you don't even see it. But look, there it is. I really like the way they combine the colors, like the color of this quartz and this cabinet doors are really, really nice. They really match. Now, not every house in Fort Lauderdale has gas. This one has natural gas. So if you love cooking, you're definitely going to like this particular stove. And it even comes with an extra board here made out of the quartz. Very heavy, but very durable. Take a look at the finishes. They mixed it with some glass here. Very nice. And look, they really took advantage of all the space. Very convenient. Very functional, very practical. And let's take a look at this, okay? I'm telling you, when you go to the houses, and you're probably gonna do this starting now, open every single cabinet so you can see. That's where you see what they're thinking, right? You can see they really paid attention to how it is to live in a house like this and how convenient. Because how many times have you found yourself where you put a pan back there and you can never reach when you're going to cook? I mean, this, you don't have to do any of that stuff. It's all done for you. Now, if you look around here, I love this window in the kitchen because me personally, if I move into this house, I would not put any shades or any blinds there because it's very bright and it's natural light, which is my favorite. And then here you have a wine cooler. If you love wine and you want to have an extra one, you can put in an extra one over here, but this honestly works very, very good with the space. Now on this side, you can have 4 people, have a nice breakfast here and hang out with you while you're cooking or entertaining. And then look at the brightness of this dining room. You're facing the pool, you're facing the yard. This particular dining room, it's a perfect space. You have 6 seats here, perfect for a medium-sized family. And then if you look in the back, you'll see there's a lot of green trees. A lot of those clusia trees, those are the clusia trees, which by the way are very low maintenance. I like them. I had them in my house. And one time a storm took them and I bought them again and they grew. They took me about a year to grow. But those are already like 5 or 6 feet tall, and that's going to grow all the way to 20 feet, and it's going to give you a lot of privacy. So if you like the privacy aspect of it, don't worry about it. Those clusia trees are going to grow. And before we go upstairs, let's take a look at the pool. Something else to consider is the size of the pool. Typically these type of homes, because they're smaller lots, this particular lot is 6,500 square feet, but they were able to put a really nice, decent sized pool with a spa here. And look at the details. So when you come in here, you can actually just sit and enjoy the pool. And if you wanted to swim, you could swim a short lap. I know the pool is dirty, but forget about that. They're coming later to fix that. And then if you have a dog or you have a pet or you have kids and you want to have a little playground back here, you have the space for it. As you can see, this is sloped, and it's sloped on purpose because of the rain. So when it rains, the water is just going to flow. These are the clusia trees I was telling you about. This is super low maintenance. I don't know about you, but I don't have time to be watering my plants, and I also don't want to spend the extra money on watering the plants. So this is really good for Florida. If you're not from Florida, make sure you go to a place and you check them out. These, I believe, they're called the silverfish. They're super cool. They look really good. I don't know about the maintenance of these, but they look very, very nice. So take a moment and appreciate the design of this home. Like, look at the windows, look at what they did up there in the balcony, even with that little circle over there. The house is really well designed. Now, over there is where you will have your barbecue area. They kind of already added a space for you to start cooking, and they have a grill. But if you wanted to do a little bit more than that, you can extend it and you can build out with a very nice countertop and some additional cabinets over there. So if you watch some of my videos, you've heard me talk about Paradise Grill. Paradise Grill is one of the companies that are here local to Fort Lauderdale. You find them on Sunrise Boulevard. It looks like that's what they did here, the Paradise Grills, and the refrigerator out here. And here's where you have additional storage. Now, if you look at this, this actually comes already built in with some speakers. So you can have some music. This is a movable exterior kitchen. You can move this around. Honestly, once you move here and you buy this house, just build up this area here, okay? You got the water for it. You can do anything you want here. All right, let's go back inside and we're going to explore the second floor. As we walk upstairs on the second floor, you're going to find 3 bedrooms. So remember, you have 1 suite on the first floor and then 3 up here. And this is where you're going to find an additional room, which is going to be this loft open space. This is where you can work, or if you don't like working from home and you want to make this into a little gym area, workout area, hangout area, reading area, you can do anything you want. You have a good space in between here, and it's, again, more natural light. Just take a look at the light here. I mean, this is what makes this home so special. I mentioned to you there's 2 AC units. This is where the other one is located. Same size as the other one, 5 tons, and additional space for you to store something here. Before we go into the primary room, let's take a look at the other rooms now. So here you have your laundry room. You do have water, so if you wanted to wash anything, any clothes or anything like that too. And then you do have a lot of storage in this particular room. So let's take a look at bedroom number 2 and bedroom number 3. This particular room is a nice room because you have the terrace, and this is not the primary room. As you can see, you have plenty of space here. You could put a king size bed. Personally, I would put a queen in here, but a king size bed will fit nicely as well. And then when you look at the bathroom, it's different from the other bathrooms. So they wanted to make sure that every bathroom has its own identity, different colors, different design in the shower. But again, you have the same concept. You got here a nice area for your shampoos and everything, and 2 shower heads. Here in this particular bathroom, you don't need any additional lighting because you have this bright light coming here. So when you're gonna do your makeup, when you wake up in the morning, you wanna see what you look like, you don't even need to turn the light on. You have the natural light. So let's take a look at the front. So this is the terrace that personally, if I was buying this house, I would put some chairs here, and this will be a good place for tanning if you don't want to be in the pool or just simply relaxing and disconnecting from the rest of the house. Take a look at the finishes here. Very nicely done. Now, you're looking at this, and this is for the water, guys. Remember, we're in South Florida. We're in Fort Lauderdale. When you're in Fort Lauderdale, we sometimes get heavy rain, but this is a guarantee that your water is not going to be stuck on your balcony. You know how many times I have shown properties where I walk to the 3rd or 2nd floor and the water stains are all over the terraces. You're not going to have that problem here because this is going to guarantee that the whole water is going to drain regardless of the heavy rain. And you can also see here, this is where the water is going to drain. These are the different things that most people don't think about, especially when you are not from South Florida. I have been here almost 30 years. I've been selling luxury real estate for 17 years. I'm also a homeowner and investor, and now I'm building my first project. So I pay attention to all those things because I know what it is to live in South Florida. Same on this side. You have the same on both sides. Take a look at this house. You will not find properties in this price point with a terrace like this, with the water that's going to drain. You're not going to have any water sitting anywhere, and it's quiet and peaceful. Even though we are in a busy street, it's not bad. Take a look at the driveway also. You have the option to park up to an additional 4 cars here. So if you are a car lover and you have extra cars that you don't really need, that you only drive once in a while, you got the space. You can put those in the garage and then use the driveway for your everyday parking. So every room has a built-in closet. I've talked about this before, how developers sometimes they want to cut the expenses and they don't finish the job. This developer finished everything. I'm telling you, all you need to do is you need to bring your clothes. Everything's been done. You got all the drawers set up, like everything. Take a look at this. Like even here, right? Like you could put shoes here. This is for you to prevent the shoes to fall out. This is a great closet. Now we go into the other bedroom, which is similar in size, just a little bit of a different layout, but also again, we have another built-in closet. You don't have to spend any additional money on anything. It's already done for you. The bathroom also has another smart mirror. As you can see, it's just slightly different design than the other one and different colors. The showers are very generous in space. And now we're gonna go to the best part of the house. Whoever's buying this house, this is where you're going to sleep. This is the primary suite. So as you enter the primary suite, to your left, you have this massive walk-in closet space. Now look how cool this is. Let me show you, look. Ta-da! Now you got lights, okay? This is the only one that has the lights, but it's the middle of the night and you wanna get up and you're cold, you wanna grab something, you can leave those lights on. You don't have to turn the other lights on. And it's very bright and it looks cute, and you can see all your shoes, if you're gonna have a bunch of shoes over here. And then look, you also have, you can customize this if you wanted to do like a jewelry box in here, or maybe put in a safe so you have all your jewelry in there. So if I was buying this house, that would be my closet, and this is not my closet. Unless I'm living here by myself, then I will have a huge double closet. Let's take a look at the primary suite. Look at the space. Take a minute to appreciate the light and the design on the ceilings. And look at the king size bed with two king size nightstands. Now, if you like to sleep in the dark, you can always install some motorized shades, some blackouts, and that way you can actually have a really good night's sleep. Me personally, I just love the natural light. But now let's go together and look at the primary bathroom. This is the place where you're going to spend a lot of time reflecting on your day. Just take a look and appreciate that beautiful porcelain tile with that blue tone with like some champagne veins. And then you have two vanities, and they have separate vanities because they want the privacy. They want you to have that. Take a look at the quartz tops and then the window on the shower. It brings you all the light, but without compromising privacy, and a separate tub. Now let's talk about the cost of insurance. There's two things I really want to talk to you about. I told you in the beginning of the video that when you found out how much the insurance is for an HO3 policy with full coverage for this home, you were going to buy this house right now. The insurance policy quote that I have in my hands that I've been walking around the house with, it's $3,000 with a great coverage. So this is a really good deal. Just to give you an idea, my house, I pay almost $12,000 a year in my insurance, and my house is only 2,000 square feet. So I'm telling you, buying new construction is the way to go if you're moving to Fort Lauderdale, because this is what makes the difference on, when people make decisions to buy houses. The other thing is it's built with concrete steel and it's built with precast. And what does that mean to you? It means that you don't have any wood in the house other than the millwork of the kitchen and the closets. There's also, you're not going to have the risk of humidity between the walls. You're not going to have the risk of termites because there's no wood. This is all pure concrete. They bring in the concrete already made and they build the house to endure 200-mile-per-hour winds. If you want to take a look at this house, just send me a DM and I will show it to you, but it may not be available by the time you see this video.